What a thriller we saw today between the Netherlands and Germany. We witnessed these two teams play each other twice, just as recent as last year, later on in the year in the UEFA Nations League. And those games were also very, very exciting, with the Dutch coming out winners on one and drawing the second game. So this match was highly anticipated for the fans because we know we would get something really, really, really good. And the teams delivered. They really, really did deliver. Germany, however, came out 3-2 victors, winning on Dutch soil for the first time in about, let's say, 23 years. So that was a big achievement in its own, and ending, the Dutch unbeaten streak of about 5 games. So the Netherlands, who are rebuilding under Ronald Koeman after having, missed out on 2018 World Cup qualification, and Germany also going through a transitional period under their old-time boss, Joachim Löw, after their 2018 World Cup flop and their UEFA Nations League flop as well. The Netherlands, however, have, they have been performing a lot better than the Germans, having made the finals of the inaugural UEFA Nations League, where they will face England in the semi-final and look to go on to win, a major piece of silverware, something they haven't done in a very, very long time. So two very, very young and exciting teams rebuilding, towards future tournaments, Euro 2020, 2022 World Cup, up against each other, man. What a game, what a game, what a game. I saw this game, one of 3 games I actually saw today in, UEFA Euro 2020 qualifiers. What a game. 3-2, Germany. It was a game of 2 halves, with Germany winning the first half, scoring twice, and, Netherlands winning the second half, scoring twice, and Germany, pulling out a late winner through Nico Schulz. But the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story and the narrative of how the game actually went. It was a thriller. It was a freaking thriller. So in this game for the Netherlands, we had Depay, Babel, Promise, De Roon, Wijnaldum, De Jong, Blind, Van Dijk, De Ligt, and Dumfries. I could actually remember these from my head, but, I don't want to mess up. The video is one take, guys, and Jasper Cillessen in goal. For Germany, Joachim Löw chose to start with Sané and Serge Gnabry up top, Toni Kroos, Leon Goretzka, and Joshua Kimmich in the middle, Nico Schulz and Thilo Kehrer on the wings, and Ginter, Rudiger, and Süle in the back above long-time goalkeeper Manuel Neuer. So, what a game, what a game, what a game. It was a very, very, very exciting start to the game with, Serge Gnabry forcing a save from Jasper Cillessen very, very early in the game. So Germany were on the front foot right away, and they scored early in the 15th minute when Schulz passed to Leroy Sané. De Ligt actually slipped, and Sané, was awarded some space. And we all know how dangerous Leroy Sané is, and he put the ball past Jasper Cillessen. I believe if De Ligt did not slip, he would have actually prevented Sané from scoring that goal, and it would have been a total different game. But, it happened, and, Sané, as we know, he's very, very dangerous, and he put the Germans up. But, the Netherlands kept fighting. They were really, really creative in, Germany's third of the field, and they created the chances. But the end product was really, really lacking, and it was actually back-to-back chances. Ryan Babel on both of them, and he hit the ball straight to Manuel Neuer, who pulled off some really, really good saves. Let's give him that, but he wasn't really made to work. The first shot, Babel put to his left, easy, easy save, and the second header was put right into his path. you know, maybe if Memphis Depay was on the end of any of those balls, it would have been in the back of the net. So Ryan Babel squandered two really, really good chances there for the Dutch, and they could have been 2-1 up in the space of, you know, a few minutes. And in the first half hour, they would have, you know, grabbed hold of the game again. But, you know, Germany, they capitalized on those chances missed by the Netherlands, and they took their, you know, second, let's say third really, really good chance to go 2-up in the game when Rudiger's really sweet lofted pass found Serge Gnabry, who just went around the two Dutch defenders, Van Dijk and Dumfries, and he just put a postage stamp in the back of the net past Silesen. That was a really, really good goal. And Gnabry and Sane are proving, you know, that they are the future of German football. Who would have thought, you know, and Germany controlling the game. So in the first half, there was actually another chance, a few more chances by Germany. Kehra's thumping header saved by Silesen. And then, you know, Sane had a really good shot saved by Silesen. So it could have been a case where Germany could have been 3-0 up, or we could have seen the Netherlands be 2-1 up, or it could have been a 2-2, you know, game going into the second half. But with the halftime break, you know, Ronald Koeman, you know, he went back to the dressing room, spoke to the boys, and they came out a totally different team, a team transformed, you know. Memphis Depay, you know, he got a cross into Matthias de Ligt, who put it past Manuel Neuer, and the Dutch were back into the game, man. Back into the game. The 63rd minute, Depay, he got into the box, and, you know, the ball was basically, you know, pinballing around. He got it back, and his shot beat Manuel Neuer. It was 2-2. And at that point, I thought the Dutch were actually going to be smart, play smart football, and just shut up shop. But the way the Dutch have been playing as of late, they just want results. They want W's, and they were going for the win. They were definitely going for the win, and I think that is where they went wrong in the game. They went for the win, and they were left vulnerable in the back. Let's just say that. If we look back at the games that the Dutch played, the last game they played versus Germany, they were 2-0 down as well, and they fought back, scored 2 late goals, and drew the game, got the point they needed to top their group in the UEFA Nations League and book a place into the finals. And they had this same attitude. I think it's a little overconfidence, and I don't want to point any fingers to anyone, but the manager has to be blamed here. He had to tell his team, like, yo, you guys just have to, you know, be satisfied with this result because you were already losing the game. But they were going for the win. They were going for the win. They were really, really attacking, and they were left vulnerable, as I said. And in the blink of an eye, it happened out of the blue because the Netherlands controlled, let's say, 80% of the second half. They were all in control. But when, you know, Joachim Löw went to his bench, brought on Marco Reus, brought on Ilkay Gundogan, it made total difference to the, you know, the German setup. They got behind, you know, Gundogan linking up with Marco Reus, who passed the ball back to Nico Schulz, and he hit it with his weaker right foot past Silesen, and the Germans held on for the win. Late 90 minutes goal. The Dutch tried, you know, really valiantly in the end there to, you know, create more chances to draw the game, but it was too late. It was definitely too late, though. Who would have thought that Nico Schulz would have been the man to score the winner for Germany? You got to keep an eye on Nico Schulz. Bayern Munich is probably, you know, eyeing him now that he is, you know, concreting his spot in the German setup. And he deserves it because he has been playing well over the last few seasons for Mönchengladbach and for Hoffenheim, where he has really come of age under Julian Nagelsmann. So a really good performance by Germany. You know, I actually thought that they were going to bottle it today again. And if they bottled it, I would have definitely, you know, give plaudits to the Netherlands for coming back. And they're actually showing up some of the frailties still, you know, still evident in Germany's defense. Even if they left out Boateng, even if they left out, you know, Hummels, basically freezing them out of the team. Sula, Rudiger, Ginter, they're all vulnerable. You know, they're very, very, very vulnerable. You know, with Kimmich playing defensive midfield, there's holes in the German defense. They still need to work a lot harder if they are to, you know, compete against the more elite teams in Europe. Because it seems like Germany's elite status is kind of, you know, disappearing, to be honest. And they're working very, very hard to keep their elite status. The last few results haven't been good, but we could understand that they are a rebuilding team. The World Cup flop has it definitely tarnished their reputation, because Germany do not flop at World Cups. And for what they did at the World Cup, I thought, you know, Joachim Löw would have been sacked. But the FA, you know, just stuck with him, you know, and he seems like, you know, he is really, really determined to rebuild this German team and regain the glory that they gained at the 2014 World Cup and the previous, you know, World Cup victories, 1990 and before that. But hats off to Germany, man, for, you know, just being patient, you know, not holding their heads down, you know, and coming back, fighting back, and picking up a very, very, very important victory there. You know, big 3 points in this group. It's not going to be easy. Northern Ireland, you know, doing well. I think they picked up 2 wins so far. Estonia and Belarus you know, they should be brushed aside. But this group, pretty easy group, but you can't take any team for granted, man. You can't take any team for granted. So Germany, they would just want to get the job done against these smaller teams. The Netherlands, they have been impressive, and they had to settle for second best today. So what's next for both teams is just to keep working, you know, on transitioning, rebuilding the squads and everything. Netherlands look like they're on the right path. Germany definitely look like they're on the right path, but they are still not settled as a unit. They're still experimenting, and they need to get, you know, the whole formula right before Euro 2020 if they are to, you know, come back to reclaim their glory. So, guys, that's all I have. I just had to talk about this game because it was a very, very awesome game. You know, I think the Netherlands were kind of unlucky not to pick up a result, but, you know, they were not mature enough, in my opinion. They could have held on for at least the draw. So let me know what you think about this game in the comment section down below. If you're new, consider hitting the subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button, and until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.